Hi, this is Marc with RawNutrition.com. In this video I'll be comparing the Omega VSJ843 and the Hurom Elite Model SBB11. This is really a part 2 in this series of videos, comparison between these two models. In the first one I covered all the parts, so please watch that one so you can get an idea of everything that's different between the juicers. This one here is really testing the juice output. How much juice will each juicer provide? Because there is one important difference between the two juicers. And I will show that difference, which I mentioned in the previous video, and that is how the Pulp Outlet is managed. With the Omega VSJ843, it's just a silicone plug, like the previous models, the RT400 and 350 and so on. So just a silicone plug that goes over the small hole where the pulp comes out, so the Pulp Outlet hole right there. There's no adjustment, you just put that in and that maintains the same amount of pressure over that hole, therefore keeping the most pulp in, or an amount of pulp in, to create pressure and squeeze the juice out. The Hurom Elite juicer has a pulp control lever, and there are two positions where they have a half open and the juice position. The third position is really just for cleaning. Basically the plug is out. So you see on the bottom here, the outlet plug here is silicone, but it's held with this metal lever bracket that pushes in. So when you have it all the way, it's really tight and it's maintaining a lot more pressure, I find, on and over that outlet hole where the pulp will come out. So theoretically, this should make the juicer yield more juice compared to the Omega VSJ843. So the only way to check that, and I haven't done this yet, so I'm doing that with you in this video, is to do a side-by-side comparison. I usually do 2 pounds of carrots, but to try to get a better comparison, I've done 3 pounds of carrots on each side. So both these plates have been measured. All the carrots have been cut to fit into the smaller openings. And as mentioned in the previous video, the openings are a little different, even though the bottom is the same when you look at the lid this way. On the top, for some reason that I know not of, Hurom has put some little lips on the side to reduce the opening. These are just carrots, so they're going to fit. They've been cut in half and they should fit right in there. So I will juice, well, these are self-feeding juicers, so I should be able to run both at the same time. So you have to switch with the VSJ, I keep saying VRT, previous model, but there's VSJ for vertical slow juicer in the front, and on the Hurom Elite it's on the back. So let's get these started. And it looks like I didn't start this one. Oops. I gotta plug it in. Alright. Now let's get started. Kind of silly, but these things happen. Now, one thing I'll need to be careful for is not overfeeding, and we are seeing, I'm already having trouble here with the Elite slow juicer. Perfect. Okay. Well, let's just feed one piece at a time and let each juicer process it. As I mentioned, these are both made by the same manufacturer, but just being branded differently. But there are a lot of similarities, especially with the juicing part. A little louder, even those are quiet juicers, having 2 of them going at the same time. The process is a bit louder than usual. It's always important, if you don't want to have to stop the machine, is to just give it a chance to process before adding more vegetables. So since these really have the same motor, same strength and motor, neither one should be struggling with these harder pieces of carrots. though it's a slow turning juicer, it's still going pretty fast. Getting through those carrots. It's not too even, so we won't really be able to tell until I'm completely done processing them. Well, you just have to trust me on the weights. I'm not trying to favor one juicer or another. I'm in the same position as you. I want to see, does the lever, does that give an advantage to the juicer by keeping more pressure in there? Is it getting more juice? And that may help someone make their decision between which juicer to purchase, and that's really the purpose of this video. I have no inclination to push either one. I do like the extra features the Hurom has, and that I discussed in the previous video for this one. We do have a carrot stuck here, and we can push it in. Looks like I'll be drinking a lot of carrot juice today. Now we are noticing the Elite seems to stop a little more easily. I haven't stopped the Omega at all. Let's see if I stuff it a little extra, see how it responds. Now the difference may be, well, I did manage to stop it, so it can also be overfed. I was thinking maybe the pulp control lever maintaining more pressure on that outlet would be a reason for it to want to back up and cause stoppage, but see, I've been able to easily stop the Omega also. So that's specific to the juicer, it's really specific to the design. You really need to let your juicer process before adding more. And we'll just have a few pieces left. Whoop, I have to stop my Hurom again. I'm looking for the switches, one on the front, one on the back. It's a lot to manage two juicers at once, not overstuff one or the other. And with the Hurom Elite, I could open up that lever, reduce some of the pressure. Sometimes when you're doing a mixed variety of fruits and vegetables, you see not much pulp is coming out, so you want to open that a bit so the pulp does come out. Looks like I'm done here on the Omega side. So by being able to open up the lever, if you do see the juicer stopping too often, maybe that's what I would need to do. But here, to get a good comparison between the two, I really wanted to keep it closed, fully closed, and feed it as much as it can take. So it looks like both juicers are done. We've got my 3 pounds of carrots completed. The juice bowls are shaped differently, so it's hard to tell until we actually turn them over and see if one produced more juice than the other. So let's get a look at that here. Our measurements right on the cup. at 650 milliliters, and that's about 22.5 ounces. And with our Hurom Elite, we have over 700, pretty much 750 milliliters, and 26, roughly maybe even 27 ounces. So, is this accounted? Can we count this higher juice yield from the same 3 pounds of carrots to the pulp control lever? I guess that would be an example, and there would be a reason for the higher yield. And these are all carrots taken from the same batch, so they're not too different, like from 2 different farms or different varieties. They're all from the same batch. The pulp looks pretty much the same. Hard to tell here. You can squeeze a little bit of juice here, you can see. And I'll try with the, well, same amount. I mean, really there's just a few little drops coming out when I'm squeezing them. I can't really say one feels more juicy than the other. The texture is the same. It's the same process going through the auger and the screen. The pulp is soft. It's not chunky at all. So I think I have to give this test to the Hurom. Definitely that seems to make a difference, and I will keep trying this and see if it's consistent from one batch of vegetables to another. See if the Hurom does actually yield more juice because of this extra feature, the pulp control lever. Seems to make a difference. Other than that, like I mentioned in the previous video, the juices are really the same. The parts are interchangeable from one to the other, the screens, the auger, and all that. So it's your decision to make which one you'll find will fit your needs. But definitely, if you're looking for the highest yield, the Hurom Elite seems to be showing it in this comparison that I've done here today. Again, this is Marc with RawNutrition.com. Be sure to subscribe to our videos here on YouTube for more comparisons. And check us out online at RawNutrition.com for the best quality kitchen tools.